Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2025 BMW 840 xDrive Gran Coupe. This model is finished off in a skyscraper gray metallic. MSRP is just over at $97,000. So we have a lot to go over for this stretched coupe. Basically has a lot of performance and tech features. So we'll start off underneath the hood, where this is powered by the 3-liter inline 6-cylinder turbocharged engine. It is paired to the 8-speed automatic, and it pumps out 335 horsepower, 368 pound-feet of torque. Sent through that xDrive all-wheel drive system, this can do 0 to 60 in 4.9 seconds with a top speed of 155 miles an hour. Now, as we take a look at the exterior styling, this has a matte black kidney surround, or for that grille, with a forward-facing camera, tons of cutouts with gloss black for those trim accents. There's also parking sensors up front, a dark housing for the LEDs, which have a great look to them. And then there's more gloss black in the lower section and a lot of cutouts too. So it provides a lot of cooling to all of the components up front. And there's also some subtle lines that run down the hood just to give it a great look. Now, as we work our way to the side, there's also a two-tone design for the wheels, along with the gloss black M Sport brakes. There's a gloss black trim accent just behind that. Power folding side mirrors with a camera and a turn signal. You get a dual pane sunroof up top, so the entire roof is gloss black, which matches all of the window trim too. And then there's very nice lines that run down the side. Now, this also has LEDs for the taillights. There's a backup camera, all of the parking sensors, and then some gray accents for the lower diffuser. Now, this also has remote start, so you can triple tap on the lock button to start it up and to shut it off. You can also use the key fob or the control underneath to gain access to the cargo space, where I'd say it has a good bit of space. You have no storage underneath the floor, but you can fold down the back seats to get even more. And then you have two controls up top to either close that trunk or to lock the vehicle too. Now, if it does lock, you get proximity door handles, so you can easily enter the rear. And this also has the Tartufo interior. Now, there's brushed aluminum, carbon cardan, and various sunshades located throughout the back. They're all power operating, so you can easily adjust those from both rear doors. There's an illuminating M badge and then two-tone for these seats. Now, at 5'10", I have a good bit of space. There's also storage pockets. You have vents in the middle along with auxiliaries. These are heated seats, and you also have all of your climate adjustments too. Now, there's also the armrest where you get storage in the back and cup holders in the front there. You can also fold down this middle seat, and then I have about a ½ inch or so of headroom. If you had a middle passenger, they would have a foot on both sides there, but it's very spacious nonetheless. And then as we work our way up front, this has memory seating adjustments, all of the window controls, side mirror adjustments, trunk release, and additional storage. And then very nice front seats. And as we start this up, this has a leather steering wheel, which is also heated. Cruise control settings are on the left. You have paddle shifters, volume, tuning, Bluetooth, and voice commands. Now, to go through all the tech features in the gauge cluster, use the button on the top of the turn signal stalk, where you can pull up all of these vitals, just depending on what you would like to see. Now, this also has a head-up display, so you can see miles per hour and the speed limit sign. You can also use this control here to pull up your radio favorites. Now, you have headlight adjustments on the left with one air vent, and then with the infotainment system, you can go through all these widgets on the home screen, and then you also have shortcuts to Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a lot of settings to go through under car. You can pull up the sport displays, so you can monitor some of that sporty information, and you have a lot here that you can configure depending on what works for you. You have owner's manual too, driver profiles, you can pull up your nav, music, and your phone there. You can also pull up some of the technology features and go through those as needed. This has dual zone up front, so you have temperature, where you'd like the air to go, and fan speed. And then this is also equipped with heated and ventilated seats. You have some defrosters too, tuning, power volume, and presets. And this also comes with wireless charging, auxiliaries, and cup holders. Now, you do have shortcuts for that infotainment system, so you don't have to use it as a touchscreen system, which is nice. And this model also has the 360 camera system, which includes parallel parking and backup assistance. So you have no shortage of visibility around the entire vehicle. Now, if I put this into drive and push on the shortcut for the forward-facing camera, you can pull that up in full screen. You can also shift using the shifter or the paddle shifters. And then you have traction control, parking sensors, engine start stop, and a few different driving modes. This will change the exhaust slightly along with your throttle response. There's adaptive auto hold and the e-brake. You get an auxiliary in the armrest there, along with plenty of space in the glove box. And then there's garage door buttons up top. You have your dome lights and controls for the sunshades and the sunroof up front. And then for this coupe, or stretched coupe, you have a lot of visibility. And we're in sport mode, second gear. Here we go. And a mild acceleration, we're up to speed. Again, paddles are very responsive for this 8-speed. And as you can tell, I have the sport displays on, so you can look at your G-force meter, live readouts for horsepower and torque, along with PSI for those engine components. But this is what it's like to be behind the wheel for this BMW. Definitely a luxury-focused sedan, basically, but BMW's term for that is Gran Coupe. And it's a nice place to be. This would make for a great daily driver. It's well refined, super comfortable, very smooth driving too, with some of those performance characteristics to it. And it's a nice place to be. Not quite as practical with that middle space area in the back. So realistically, 4 people would fit comfortably in this vehicle. So it just depends on how many people you have tagging along with you. It would still make for a great vehicle. You have plenty of cargo space too. So it just depends on your preference and what you are looking to get. But it's a nice vehicle. We do have the adaptive mode too, so it will predict adjustments for the vehicle depending on your driving situation, probably from how much throttle input you're giving the vehicle, maybe how much braking, or if you're just cruising out on the highway and not really changing speed or anything, which is nice. You can just let the vehicle do that for you when needed. And we still have a lot of tech, so it's a nice model without the latest BMW technology, but it's still going to give you a fantastic ride and just that luxury experience that you are looking for. So that is going to wrap it up for the 2025 BMW 840 xDrive Gran Coupe. Once again, a huge shout out to Hendrick BMW Charlotte for providing this for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.